Many of us have probably had this experience. You ever drive from home to work or from work to home, and you got a lot of stuff in your mind, you got a lot of stuff that you're thinking about, a lot of stuff that you're worried about, and you're just thinking, and next thing you know, you're at your destination, and you're like, "Wait, how did I get home, or how did I get to work?" Well, that path that you go from either work to home or home to work, it becomes a part of your routine, and your brain actually shuts off a certain portion of that so that you can still do it without putting much thought into it. It's very similar to our nose. Your brain actually ignores your nose. You should always be able to see your nose. Your nose is always in your line of sight. But because it's a normal occurrence, your brain shuts off the constant view of your nose, so it's not constantly in your face, and you're not constantly, excuse me, in your eyesight, and you're not constantly noticing it. So there's actually a spiritual danger of us doing something by habit or by rote or by method or just without putting much thought into it. We cannot have our spiritual lives be like that. And we have to recognize the physical lives connecting to our spiritual lives because we are spiritual beings. We're just stuck on this physical earth. Ephesians 5 puts this thought process like this in verses 15 through 17. It says, here's the New American Standard. So then be careful how you walk, not as unwise people, but as wise, making the most of your time because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the will of the Lord is. The New King James puts it this way: see then that you walk circumspectly. It uses the word circumspectly. You break down that word, circum is like circumference, like a circle, and speckly is to look, to watch. So you walk all around, you look all around. It's almost like you take a step and your head's on a swivel. It's like you take a step and you look, you walk, you look all around. You take another step, you look all around. Circumspectly, speckly, circum, looking speck all around, circumference. So that's the visualization of how we're supposed to walk. That's why New American Standard says, be careful how you walk. Be very delicate. It's almost like walking in a room scattered with glass, and you're walking barefoot. You would walk very slowly, very carefully. You'd be taking care of your balance and where you step and where you watch. All of those things you'd be walking very, very carefully. And then the second part of that verse, that passage, verse 16, says, redeem the time or make the most of your time, depending upon your translations, because the days are evil. Yes, these days are very evil. So we have to make the most of your time. Redeem the time is an interesting concept because redeem is to buy back. You can't buy back time. Once time is lost, it's gone. You can get more time by the grace of God, but you can't buy back. You can't get back the time you lost. So the way it's worded in terms of redeeming your time, buying it back, it's making the most of it. Again, the idea is just like that walk is described, redeeming the time, it's very precious, very valuable. So we have to be very intent and purposeful with how we use it. You want to study more about that? We'd be delighted to. You can give us a call or text at 843-553-5157 or email us at letthebiblespeak843 at gmail.com.